everybody. I'm in the house and I came to tell you about me. Sorry, it took me, 5 minutes just to come back online. But I was over there on Chaotic Truth's channel. Very racist channel, very racist. And I just love to go over there and get my blackness. Okay, I love to get my blackness. They were discussing something about a teacher telling her students, telling the black teacher telling her students to write an essay in Ebonics. Okay, telling them to write their essay in Ebonics. And people were having a problem with this. How dare this black teacher tell her students to write stuff in the black language, even though that's not a black language. How dare her? How dare her? Yes, write in black language because we're sick of speaking the caucus language. And if we don't speak the caucus language good enough, then we're dumb or stupid. How? How is it that if we don't speak a language that your caucus ass came over here and taught us, we don't speak it right? Now we're illiterate. This ain't even my language, okay? I don't even know what my original language is because your people came over here and stole our language. Now you done stole our language or told us to get rid of it and gave us yours. We have to speak it the way that you want us to. How dare you come to a land and dictate how people talk, think, eat, speak? How dare you? That is the most selfish thing ever. Caucasian people, it is so selfish for you to come on someone else's land and tell them to respond the way that you want them to respond. That is absurd. Now, sometimes when you hear people talk, you're like, dang, you're talking better grammar than that. I really know. But at the same time, that's their language. I'm all for segregation. Listen, there are some Caucasian people that are cool, you know what I'm saying? Josh Washington is one of them. No, that's my dude. There are some Caucasian people that are cool. But overall, y'all need to go back to where y'all come from. And if you want to come in other people's land, you need to respect the culture of people that you came up on. When I went to Guatemala, I wasn't telling them people to act and think and speak the way I think. How dare I bring my family over to Guatemala? Well, even though we're in Guatemala, black people are over there. I bring my people over to another land and I tell them to act the way I want you to act. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is mentally insane. You need some help. You need some therapy. Right? It makes no sense. So the topic that I have today was because I was talking to my friend and I was just telling her how racist my ex-husband is. How racist he is. He has said the N-word to me a couple of times. Plus 3. And it's sick. Because it's like, you hate me, I left you. You hate me, I left you. I get it. I left you. You're mad. Boo-hoo. You didn't realize the benefit of me when you had me. You thought what I was doing for you, I had to do for you. You didn't realize that it was actually a benefit to your life. Now we're not together and you miss me. And now you don't have access to me outside of my children. So you say hateful things to me and try to hurt my feelings. I'm a big girl. I can take that. But what your racist ass don't understand now is that you got black children, stupid. You got black children. And those derogatory things that you're saying to me is literally hitting the children. Yeah. When your kids grow up and they go to school and they come home, you'll say, Daddy, Daddy. Daddy, Daddy. Papa, Papi. This bitch ass called me something so derogatory. What you gonna do? Because ultimately, a job as a parent is to protect their children. That's ultimately the job of a parent, is to protect their child. You don't even know how to protect your child now because hold on, you guys, hold on. Let me cancel this. Ending cancel request. Okay. You don't even know how to protect your child now because you think the same way that those racists do. You think the same freaking way that those racists do. So how do you even come close to saying child? They were wrong for what they said. How can you do that when you have said the same thing about your own children, just inadvertently to someone else? It's mind-boggling to me. Ooh, look at the stocks went up 2.65% today. That's good. That's really good. How can you protect your biracial children from racism when you're being racist yourself? How could you sit there and tell your biracial children what this Caucasian said, or Hispanic said, or Asian said, or Indian said is racist when you don't feel that way yourself because you're racist? Listen, I know I had children by a Mayan. There's no way that Mayans back in the day were racist because blacks were Mayans. Blacks are Mayans. Okay, a lot of us are Native American, and we just don't know what tribe we come from. We know we're Native American, especially us down here in Louisiana, Georgia, Texas. We know we are Native. You know, I know my tribes is half Cherokee, half Blackfoot. But we're not talking about the Caucasus Cherokees. We're not talking about the ones that actually came over here, started the real Cherokees and then killed people. We're not talking about that. We're talking about original. We're talking about original. I understand, you know, that we're Native, but we don't all know where we come from. But it just mind boggles me. So I want to research if this is actually true. Oh, I didn't see the comments. Let me look at the comments. What's up, Reese? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you for pulling up, Reese and Mr. Watson. You know, you guys are my favorite. You guys are my favorite. Yes, Josh. I was over on Chaotic's channel. I'm gonna do my little show right now, and then I'm gonna go back over there because I love being over there on Chaotic's. I'm able to speak how I actually want to speak with my own mindful opinions and thoughts. I absolutely love it. Okay, but I found some videos today that were honestly just very disappointing. Honestly, very disappointing to hear. Let me turn this down. Turn this down just a little bit. Okay, it was absolutely very disappointing to hear how people can be racist towards the very race of people that they're raising. You literally are telling yourself that no matter how I raise this child, you're gonna be an N-word, a monkey, a disgust, a ghetto. No matter how I raise you, it's in your DNA. This is what racist parents literally are saying to us. It is in my child's DNA that they are gonna be a monkey, that they are going to be a hyena. That is in racist parents' minds. So, like I said, I understand not everyone is out there bad. I totally get it. I totally understand. Okay? You have good people of every culture. I get that. But it's just crazy to me to have Hispanic children and go talking down on Hispanic people as if they are all the same. Right? Right? There's no way. I want to present to you guys how I started this. Thing. Like I said, my friend, she told me about it. And it was just super mind-boggling. Okay, let's see if we can watch this one first. Let's go. Oh, no, didn't start yet. There we go. All right, let's go.
A lot of mixed people, including me, have white mothers who do not talk about their blackness during their childhood.
White moms or non-black moms can't show you a perspective like how black moms can. And that's not their fault. But we have to find that perspective on our own.
True. Okay? When you're raised by a different culture, by a different race, you cannot understand my walk. Even if my mother was Indian, and my Indian mother told me that she went through racism, it's a different racism. And it's literally all come from one race of people. But it's a different racism. Now, they don't like it either. They don't like to be talked down on. They don't like to be judged. But weirdly, Indians get judged by Caucasian people, but Indians judge blacks. That is so crazy to me. How is it that you hate racism when it's done to you, but you can understand it when it's done to someone else, or to yourself? I mean, I was dating this guy. His friend came home, man. What's wrong, bro? He was African. Yo, I got put over by the cops today. Oh, what happened? So this guy thought this white boy, he hit my car. He hit my car, and I did not know what to do. But so I tried to talk to him. He was so drunk, he was stumbling out of his car. He was so drunk. Then he called someone. I don't know who he was talking to. I think it was his dad. I called the police to make a police report. And the police came out. The police first went to the white boy. And no, my apologies, my bad. The police first came to me and asked me what happened. I told him that he hit me from the back. So then the police walked over to the white boy, and I don't know what happened on that phone, but I see the white boy give the police the phone, and the police spoke to somebody. Do you know? Oh, I'm so mad that the police came back over to me and told me that my car smells like weed. So the police start to search my car, which you cannot do, you guys. Policemen cannot check your vehicle without a warrant. Okay? So we let these motherfuckers get away with too much because they feel like they can, because they feel like we don't know the law. But the police prolonged to check my car, and they then told me that there is marijuana in my car. And if they collected enough marijuana from my car, they could take me to jail. Do you know that they let the white boy go and they gave me a ticket? I said, oh, well, now you know how black people feel. He just looked at me, and I just looked back. And I'm like, what? And my boyfriend at the time was like, that's just heartless. Is it heartless? Because this is the same African that judged black people. But then when something's done to him, it's understandable. But when there's something that is done to us, oh, you don't understand all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it is wrong when it is done to you. But when you guys come over here, you judge black people for the very thing that you went through yourself. You act as though our crime was worse than yours. You act like, oh, well, you must have deserved it. So I made him feel the same. You must have deserved it. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Mixed children who have white mothers tend to be more exposed to internalized racism and colorism because of the lack of intersectionality among white feminists.
People are like, yeah, children with white moms tend to be a little anti-black. And I was like, shoot, I got a white mom. I will admit that there was some definite anti-blackness like stuff when I lived with my white mom.
Now notice, this video is literally, it's the white mothers. The white mothers. It's not the black mothers. Black people do not go around saying you're racist, you're racist, you're racist, or whatever. We're not doing that. We got to do. But these kids are honestly being honest, and they're coming out admitting that white mothers are teaching their biracial children to hate their own children. This is crazy, to hate their other side. Yeah, well, the white side of you was good, but that black, this one guy told me that in school. In an all-white school that I went to called Azle High School, this black guy came up to me and said, Tyranny, do you know that I am better than you because I am part white? Do you know he told me that? I am better than you because I am part white.
My grandmother sees my brother's shirt and he's wearing a shirt that looks just like this with Malcolm X and the rifle. And my grandma is like, really? Malcolm X with a gun? So violent.
When you live in a predominantly white area in a country that's controlled by whiteness, the information that you receive about Black people from society is all just stereotypes. This is what can cause them to begin to see their Blackness in a negative light, because no one at home is mentioning their Blackness and how it's powerful and beautiful.
Absolutely. Now, if my children only stayed with their dad, they would grow up and hate Black people. They would grow up to be racist. If my children only live with their dad, they will grow up to be racist. It is only because I am in my children's life that they have a chance at loving the other half of them. What's up, Mr. Youngblood? Mr. Youngblood, I don't know, because your wife is Hispanic, so I don't know if it's the same thing on your end. But the topic today, as you can see, is, is white women. I put, but sometimes other cultures, how they don't talk highly of Black people in their homes. And the people that have to suffer and hear this is their children. And I know, because, like I said, my kid's dad is Hispanic, and he has definitely said some derogatory things that doesn't make any sense, because your ignorant self has children.
This is a Facebook post from my uncle. You can pause to read if you want. But basically, he was saying that he'll kill any Black Lives Matter or Antifa protester if defund the police were to actually be achieved. He knows I'm very passionate about Black Lives Matter and have always been attending or organizing protests. So when he says stuff like that, he's directly threatening my life.
So many
So you have these biracial children being raised in mixed homes, but the parent or the individual is so self-centered that they're willing to hurt their child just for their disgusting mouth to be heard or listened to. Look, if my children were half Caucasian, I would definitely have to watch the things that I say, because I would understand how it is affecting them. I understand how it affects the children. Okay? When you become a parent, it is no longer about you or your. I haven't even talked to my children in this house about race. I have not spoken to my children about any type of race. None. I don't tell them about Caucasian race. I don't even tell them about the Hispanic race. I don't even know when's the right time to have a conversation with my children about race, because they don't understand it. Right now, my children are on the path of knowing, boy, you are a boy, you are a girl. And boy isn't with boy and girl isn't with girl. Right now, I'm trying to make sure that my children have that instilled in their mind, so that they don't get that shit confused and don't let anyone confuse them. But as far as talking about race in my home, I can't do it. I haven't found the right time to do it. Just for what? I don't have to tell my children about white racism. I'm going to eventually, but they're going to see it. I don't have to tell them about police. They're going to see it. Okay? I might have to warn them about the white woman, but I just don't. I can't even find it in me to talk to my children about race, because I don't want to create any hate in them. I don't want to create any type of hate in them. What's up, Reese?
Hey, what up? I
What's
mean,
up?
I
What's
can
up?
understand. I'm doing good. I can understand in a way because when I was younger, I kind of experienced it though. When I was younger, I rejected my heritage, everything. It's not because no one told me to. It's because I didn't feel it. Because when I was younger, all I believed my entire life is that I was born in the UK my entire life, and I thought nothing else of it. And everyone else brings it up to me where I'm from, and brings up my heritage, my culture. And I said, no, I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm basically like some of the Americans, basically. I'm like that. I can relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you decide to come over here to America, it's way worse. You will feel racism. But the problem is with outsiders is that they feel racism, but they still decide to be racist. You
Mm,
would think that a lot of outsiders will relate more with Black people because they're having to deal with what we got going on. Um, but they don't. They don't. They don't like for people to call them racist terms. They don't like when they make fun of their language or whatever. They don't like it. But yet you can still turn around and look at Black people and say, "Well, you're disgusting, and you're this and you're that." You
oh,
know?
wow. Oh, wow. I don't see it like that. The way I was raised was multicultural, everything. So what you're saying is, I'm not denying that, though. You are right. I agree with you. For me, personally, I'm not like that.
Yeah, but you're rare. The majority of
Yeah.
people in America are taught to be racist. When I was in an all-white school, and this white boy I tried to date, he told me he could not bring me home to his parents because they hate Black people.
Oh,
They're
wow.
taught, yeah, they're taught racism in the home. But like I stated, as a good mother, I don't know, can't foresee me having a racist conversation with my children because life will teach them that. Life will teach them that. I can
Mm-hmm.
teach them now, that person is Caucasian, that person is Asian. I can teach them the different races, but as far as prejudiceness, I don't think that's my place. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Commenters were saying things like, oh, I didn't know my culture. I have a white mom and I didn't know my culture. Why would you expect a white woman to teach you about your Black culture? Where was your Black father? And the issue is misogynoir, where some Black men, not all, but some Black men are only with white women because of the closer proximity to whiteness, and they put down their own women and own culture as a.
Now I've seen that. A lot of Black men will get with white women just so they can feel wanted or just so they can feel like they made it in life. Who was it? Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon had made a statement. Have you heard of Nick Cannon, Reese?
Of course, of course. Basically, the UK, we're not basically closed off. I know basically like everything else here, the UK wise, everywhere, though, pretty much we're not as closed off as, no, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying UK is not really closed off as most Americans think, though. We actually know what goes on there, though. Most of us in the UK actually keep up with American stuff as much as our own. So, we're not as closed off as people think.
Okay, so Nick Cannon actually made a comment one time. Let me see if I can share this without it freezing on me.
Okay.
Why black men, white look at that as success. Because in America, we see a white woman. I couldn't have you. My daddy couldn't have you. My granddaddy couldn't have you. I would get killed even looking at you. People, if they thought I whistled at you, they would murder me, beat me, drag me down the street. So now, if I play for the NBA, I want them all. and I can afford them all. That's what they're thinking.
And the sad thing.
Before I continue it, did you hear how he said I can afford them all?
Oh, wow.
When you're with a Caucasian woman, you are in understanding that you have to have money. You have to be able to provide for them. If a Black woman asks for the same things that a Caucasian woman is asking for, we're gold diggers. We don't really love our man. We're just after the money. Why is it that another race of women can ask to be provided for, but we as Black women have to take what you give us? That's not fair.
Oh wow! Basically, that just shows self-hatred in a way, because in some way, technically, that to be honest, though, basically, with my people as well, sometimes though, we also hate me. I don't know how to say it, but basically, personality people just like me, basically, we kind of hate, not kind of like a little bit self-hating ourselves too, in a way. You complain about our own culture.
Okay, so this guy says a white woman raised the first biracial president. Black women and white men never did that. So if you're referring to Barack Obama, like Barack Obama never had love for black people. Barack Obama did not do anything to show his love for black people. But if you ask Barack Obama to show his love for white people, he could name all the ways that he catered more to the white woman than he catered to the black woman. Now, if Barack Obama was raised by a black, come on now, if he was raised by a black woman, then the black world, the black nationalities would be in a hell of a better place than it would if his mama was black. So don't try to say, it was a white woman that raised Barack Obama. So what was the outcome? What was the outcome? Barack Obama was not a positive to our society. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that Barack Obama being raised by his white mama was any positive outcome for the black community. The same entity, because come on, hold on now. The same entity that sat there and lit up the White House in rainbow colors in appreciation for the homosexuals. We ain't never put no black fist up on that White House now, has he? Did Barack Obama go back to Chicago and go pay or go give the poor people an opportunity? He ain't did none of that. But you know who did back up Barack Obama? Do you know who his mama told him to accept funding from? The KKK. Now, speaking of the KKK, I have something that I want you guys to look at. Okay, I was actually doing some research on how beneficial Caucasian women are. Just so beneficial to the society. And I want you guys, if you don't know how to read, it's perfectly fine. Reese and I will read it for you. Okay? Let me see. Click that right there. In American society, white women are often understood as victims. But I am a white woman, the person that wrote this article, also can be perpetrators. This peculiar dichotomy has exploded into the national consciousness during this summer's long overdue reckoning over race. Okay? Some white women, while teetering on the ladder of privilege, wield their anger as a weapon against those with less power than them. But this dynamic is not new. One of the most shocking and extreme examples of white female complicity in American racism is an organization called the Women's Ku Klux Klan. So we've heard of just Ku Klux Klan, but we never heard of the Women's. It says the first iteration of the KKK sprang up in Pulaski, Tennessee, after the Civil War, formed by men who were disgruntled about newly freed blacks. Boo, hoo, hoo. Resentful about enfranchisement and craving meaning, excitement, and socially sanctioned venue in which to commit acts of violence. Not just commit acts of violence against those blacks. Contemporary observers said that these early KKK vigilantes wanted novelty and mystery and secrecy. as the Attorney General of Mississippi testifying in 1871. Crazy. And they got it, designing elaborate arcane rituals and rigid hierarchies through which to further their hateful anti-Reconstruction agenda. Women did not participate in this iteration of the Klan except as auxiliaries. Some sued or lent clothes to their husbands. You know, the perfect white woman that you want, the ones that know how to sew. Well, these were also ones that were sewing, you know, the hoods for their husbands. Yeah, honey, I sewed the perfect one for you to go out there and get those black people. I sewed the perfect clothes for you to get those black people. Lent their husbands and family members to aid in their custom rituals and racist activities. Women also played a symbolic role in this version of the Klan. One of the stated goals of these terrorists was, as they would have understood it, to shield angelic female innocence from the terrifying black demons who had been unleashed on the countryside. Okay, so this is saying that white women, they didn't have to go out there and kill the black Negroes, but they absolutely were there for their husbands. You see all of these hoods? Yeah, their white women made these. Their white women made these. Okay, so when you guys go out there and you want to, you know, conjure up with the Caucasian race, you guys have to understand what you're conjuring with. It says this second Klan saw the creation of the Women's KKK, an affiliated but separate organization specifically for white protest women. The early history of the WKKK was beset by intra-Klan squabbles. One male Klan leader started the Camellias, a women's white supremacy group. Come on now, let's not act like this stuff didn't exist. In 1871 to 1971, it's just 100 years apart. You guys, come on now. I was born in 1989. So that's just what, 112, 13 years later? This stuff never went anywhere. This says the Golden Mass eventually won out and became the WKKK, which received its first official character in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1923. So this guy said that Barack Obama's mother was a white woman who raised the first black man. Let me Google, because you guys know I love to Google. I just love looking up information.
Wow.
Reach, you okay? You good?
I'm cool. Sorry, what was that? Nah, cool. I got you.
Okay. No. I was just making sure you're good, that you have any commentary, because I know I'm talking a lot.
Wait, but I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. For me, though, basically, though, the only two girls that in school, though, like the one I was raised around, though, the only two girls in high school that I ever got that were interested in me were white and black girls, though. But the ones that I was around, though, they were raised multicultural anyway. So, no, I'm not disagreeing with them. I'm agreeing with. My experience is different, so I totally get what you're saying,
Okay.
but I'm not denying anything.
Okay, so it says Barack Obama's mother was born in 1942 in Wichita, Kansas. I just want to see what was going on. Let's see, racism in 1942 in Kansas. Let's just see what was actually happening over there during that time. So it was, what was it, World War II, the African-American experience, can only imagine. There was still racism down there, and that's, I mean, this is the 40s. This is the 40s. So, I mean, now the young gentleman has left. He said, what biracial men with black mothers are pro-black? Yo, a biracial man with a black mother is way more pro. What is Colin Kaepernick's mother? Let's see. Colin Kaepernick mother. Don't try to take off my mother. Is she? She's not white. Is this this his mom or is that his wife? Nah, this can't be it because Colin Kaepernick is mixed with black. So who are these two white people? You know, the news is going to always give you what it wants you to see. Let me see if I can find Colin Kaepernick's mother. I don't know who these two white people are. He said he was adopted. Colin Kaepernick was adopted. Okay, and now it says his mother abandoned him. So I don't know, but I guarantee you there are way more pro-black mixed kids with a black mom than there are pro-black mixed kids with a Caucasian mom. Now, I'm not saying this because of my feelings. I'm saying this because of research. Let me finish the ignorance that Nick Cannon was talking about.
The thing is, that has to do with the slave master mentality.
It does,
because
but we're superseding it.
Nah.
I was your slave for this long. Now I'm gonna take your woman, and because your woman always wanted me. She always dreamt about me.
She had you in the barn.
Yeah, but that's what I think because
she snuck and had you
because
anyway.
it was forbidden. It was forbidden. So therefore, now that it doesn't have to be forbidden, I'm gonna show that I'm the superior being. I'm the dominant original man, and I'm gonna act within that. So therefore, that's why I believe at times we're like, yo, once you get money, once you get success, why white women are looking.
So Nick Cannon is saying that before black men could not have white women. But now that they have access to them, they're taking all of them. Oh, I couldn't have your white woman then, but I have your white woman now. Okay. The negative is a lot of these women are getting babies with you and they still see you as disgust. They still see you as the N-word. They're not with you and all of a sudden learning how great and awesome black people are or can be. They're getting with you with the same mind frame that you would never be them. That's it. The same mind frame that you will never be us, but I'm just going to love you as much as I can.
My dad, it involved the N-word. That was really hard to find out.
So I posted on Facebook about neocolonialism and white tourism in the Bahamas, and here's my white family's response. My main problem is with this first sentence. Please remember that you're half or more white. That is so out of pocket. Like, how are you just gonna assume that my ancestors were sexually assaulted? Like, off rip.
In elementary school, I remember like telling people that I was white. Like, I never said black. And if people asked, I would say, oh, well, white and black. I would always put white first. And like, I hated my hair. Like, I hated it.
If you want your child to be proud of who they are, their blackness is a part of that. You can't just pick and choose parts of our identity that you want to accept and dismiss the others. That just further reinforces the idea that blackness is taboo and negative.
You clearly don't know how race works because, no, I'm not half white. I'm racially 100% black, just like my mom has green eyes, but that doesn't mean I'm half green-eyed. My experience is black. That's all I know. I won't be half denied a job. I won't be half murdered by.
And this is something that Barack Obama would say. His experience is black. No matter if his mom is Caucasian, his experience through life is a black man with white privilege. Limited white privilege. Okay? Nobody looked at Barack Obama and said, you are a white man. But if Barack Obama had the opposite type of mother, because Barack Obama is an elite as well, so.
I probably have to say with him though as well, he's very confused about himself though, even though, everything you're saying is I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying the way he sees himself, he is very confused. He don't know who he is though. Like I agree with everything. He don't know who he is. Is he one or the other, or is he both together? That's just how it is. With me though, I have two nationalities, right? I'm a British citizen, but I'm also Pakistani as well. And with since I'm a British and a Pakistani, sometimes though, like I always get thoughts like I'm very confused. Which one am I? Am I British first? Am I Pakistani first? Am I both together? I was very confused. That's why I put my that's what. Oh, I gotta say one more thing quick, and then I'll let you speak. So I was gonna say that's why I always identified myself by my face, because that's to avoid confusion. Because I have 2 nationalities, so that's confusing as well.
And I can dig that 100%. And I am in fear that my children will be confused. But I will let my children know you're both.
All right, just give me a minute.
Your thing is breaking up, Reese. But I will let my children you're black. I'm not going to tell my children you're Guatemalan. I'm going to let my children know you're both. You're both, and explore both of your cultures. Okay? If my children were mixed with Caucasian, I will let them know to explore your Caucasian race. You are what you are. You might feel a little bit embarrassed to be one or the other, but you are what you are at the end of the day. Okay? So, I know children grow up being confused, but there is no confusion. You are both. You're totally 100% both. Let me, no, I don't want to show that. So let me, as I'm doing more digging, I run across this video. Now, there are mothers out there, or there are women out there that just does not want to accept that, listen, racism runs in you. And bro, you can't get mad at that. You just, I think the way for the other race of people to stop this is to shut the fuck and listen. Shut up and listen. Y'all want us to learn your language, learn your education, your schooling. You want us to learn everything, but you won't shut up and just listen to someone else. You're selfish. You're selfish. All about you.
Right. I agree with you. I also probably just recognize anyway, though, for me, I'm probably, my entire ancestry and gene pool is probably mixed with a lot of stuff. The only thing I know is that I'm from Persian ancestry, and I know that Persians and Indians basically mix together, so that's why you got the Indo-Persians. So Pakistani is not a race, it's a nationality, and it's in Asia. So I'm Asian, of course, but what type of Asian?
Hey, and the beautiful thing is, Reese, you can go back and search your history. I'm not sure if your grandparents are still living, but you know, your grandparents would love. Hey, well, grandparents love to tell their, grandchildren what they are. Your grandparents are still living. You know, while your grandparents are still here, their brains. Pick their brains.
Of course. For me, I researched everything with my grandfather. I sat with my grandfather, asked him, are we Persian or Arab ancestry? We sat together, me and him watched videos together and found out we're Persian ancestry.
That's beautiful. And even though you're Persian ancestry, there's tribes within everything. You know, even if I say I'm from Africa, where are you from Africa? Kenya. Okay, you're Kenyan. Well, I'm not just Kenyan, I'm from the Kissi tribe. There's different tribes even within, the region.
Right. For me, the tribe I'm from is the Kayani tribe, or Kani. So basically in Persia, there's a place called Canaan. So for me, that's where my roots trace to Canaan, though. So people from Canaan, they're like 7. No, I'm not from Canaan. My ancestry's from Canaan.
Okay.
And I'm Pakistani.
Because isn't it that Abel and Cain moved to a different and named that region after him, so it became the Canaanite?
Probably, but no, I pronounce it Kiani. We pronounce it differently. It's called Kiani. Okay. I just say it like that because it's more easier for you to understand.
Okay, no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to explore where you come from. It's just will be
Oh
very
yeah,
selfish.
that's true. For me, this is how it is. 7 Persian brothers, they went over to India and they ruled over lands in India, and I belong to one of the 7, and that they named that tribe the Kiani tribe, and they are part of this one clan called the Gurkha clan, or they used to be called the Jet clan. No, so for me, that's where mine is. So it's like a big clan, but I belong to one tribe.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, if I was from a tribe, and I don't know anything about your tribe, I'm just speaking. If I was from a tribe of people that killed another tribe of people, and then that other tribe of people said, "This is why we don't like you," how dare I not humble myself? How dare I say, "I get over it"? How dare I? That is what we're having to deal with. People are not caring. People just don't care. Let me show you what I mean.
Well, I was born in 1950. You know what I expect of white women? Not a damn thing. Nothing. I expect nothing of you because you have never given me anything. I can't trust you.
But how can we come together when you say something like, "I will never trust a white woman"?
Why are your feelings so hurt?
Both of you, though, has been about...
It's like a hate against us. Like, I feel like it's like...
It's been very aggressive.
So the Caucasian woman said, when you talk to us, you're very aggressive. You're not allowing us to not be. You're not allowing us to heal from your past, from your present, from your future. You're not giving us the opportunity to see the good. Okay? Give us Black people the opportunity to see you Caucasian people giving a damn. Because even from those videos with these children, they're even saying that my Caucasian mom is even talking down on the inside of our home. She can't even control her hate for you with me around. She can't even control her mouth. So you wonder why we come around, you guys, and we talking hysterically because you don't give our race a chance to heal.
That really hurts me that somebody would not.
But why are your feelings more important than the reality of the violence of our lives?
I know Syra, and when she says she doesn't trust white women, and I consider her a friend of mine, I also understand why she doesn't trust me.
Now, I've had a white friend. She passed away a couple of years ago after she showed me her racism. Okay? I even had a white best friend, and before she passed away, she actually sent me like some fake message to pretend that she was my ex-husband's side chick. This was weird, y'all. She was my best friend. She was a Caucasian girl named Megan. And we've done we worked together, went on boat trips together, we cried together, laughed together, traveled together. We were best friends. She showed me who she truly was when she texted me as if she was my ex-husband's side chick. And in her text messages, she said that my children were bastard N-words and something else N-word. She called my children an N-word twice, thinking that shit was a joke. The only reason I found out about it was because I gave my ex-husband her number, that number at the time that it was texting me. He texted back or called it, and she said, "Tierney, your ex-husband is texting me right now." Well, why would my ex-husband be texting you when I only gave him that number that was texting me? You told on yourself. That was God revealing to me that this girl has been calling you the N-word behind your back the entire time. The entire freaking time. So again, I would love to just say, "Hey, you're Caucasian, but it's cool. I listen to Linkin Park too. You know, Evanescence is my favorite group. Wake me up inside." I would love to rock out with one of my Caucasian friends. But the one Caucasian friend that I thought could change my mind about all other Caucasians, she didn't. She didn't. I have not had the opportunity to get my mind changed by any Caucasian because you guys have has hurt me almost every step of the way. And I can only imagine how you're treating my other sisters.
I don't take that personally.
But to say you're your friend, but she doesn't trust you is also a hard thing for me to accept the same.
Why on earth is it about you?
You don't have to look at my color of my skin saying I'm white to not trust me. Why don't you look past that I'm white and say, she's a good person?
Because her entire life, we never given her a reason to trust us.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching! Thank you, Mr. Watson, for the motherfucking cash out. You know I love you always and forever, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, though, be showing me a little bit different side, so you know what I'm saying? Mr. Watson is the only one that has shown me. I'm gonna say this: white men are so much easier to get along with than Caucasian women. You know, you have some racist white men. I get it. I think a lot of you guys' racism is directed towards men, the black men. I don't know why, but when it comes to black women, white men love them some black women. You know, you don't really see much of the white man teaching their children racism to their own kids. I'll try to find a video on it to see if there's any testimonies. But even when you're in a workspace, it's easier as a black woman. I can't speak as a black man, but as a black woman, because I know a lot of black men say a lot of their racism come from African men and Hispanic men. But as a black woman in the workspace, I don't really get that much racism from white men. You know? I just don't. I mean, I don't know if it's especially like me. What you say, Reese?
I said, okay, that's so understandable. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying and everything. For me, though, like where I grew up and stuff like that, a bit different. Both white girls and white guys, though, basically were nice to me and everything. So the way I was raised multiculturally, I was exposed to a lot of people, and they treated me really nicely, I guess. But I can understand that's my experience. You is totally different. I can understand that. I respect that, though.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different for me on that aspect. My mom was actually married to a white man. I had two white sisters, stepsisters, and they were racist. One of the white sisters told me that I just can't believe that I have a black sister. It's just so crazy to me. I can't believe I have a white sister. I mean, I really didn't give a damn. It didn't make a difference to me. To me, it could have been a beautiful thing of cultures coming together. It could have been us learning each other, understanding each other, but instead she seen me as an embarrassment. I was in a dance class, and this one Caucasian girl came up to me, and she said, "Tierney, you know, at first I didn't know anything about you because you're black, but as I got to know you, I just think that you're so cool." And
wow.
Hold on, she was just like, "I think that you're so cool. And I want to tell you what your stepsister Mandy did." Mandy told us that we should all go over her dad's house and jump on their bed and start yelling out the N-word. This is what the stepsister told the dance team at the school to do. Embarrassing me. Telling them to go over my house, jump on my mom and dad and her stepdad's bed and start yelling out the N-word. This is amazing. This is amazing. Stepdad is the one that married my black mom. He didn't show any racism at all. None. But the white women that were in my life absolutely did. And instead of them trying to understand the mind of a black woman, they just took the racism that they knew and ran with it.
We're trying to tell you what it's like. We are trying to tell you, and the first thing that a lot of you at this table have done has been this.
Now, B-Love, I know you said your mom is white and she isn't like this. That's cool. But overall, white mothers with biracial children are. They are. Overall, they are. They'll have a black child, but they still see you as a black child. And how they feel about black people, they might not necessarily treat you like that, but they'll try to teach you that you're better than those other black people. See, I didn't even learn about colorism until I was in my late 20s. I didn't even know there was a such thing as colorism because I'm black. That's what they
Oh
say.
wow. For me, I didn't accept my skin color till I was 20 years old. When I was younger, I always called myself white, even though I looked brown now. Even though I was brown, I called myself white. It's not because no one told me that I didn't look good. It's just that when I saw someone lighter than me, gave me the thought, basically, that I don't look nice though. I thought I didn't look good. So every moment I got, I told everyone else I was white, and they tell me that's not true. You know who you are. But I would always act defensive, and that just showed something. Even though I was surrounded by love.
You know what made when you said that made me think that one time I'm sitting in my ex-husband's job, and this young kid, the mother was like, "Look, you know, he's half Hispanic, like he's Hispanic like you." And the kid said, "But he's darker than me." Now I'm gonna be honest. Let me see if I can take this off. If I'm able to just let me see if I can put this as a overlay. Hold on. Let me add this as an overlay. Hold on 1 second. You see the color of skin that. Hold on. You see the color of skin that my daughter is. Okay, that's the color of skin my son is. I did not see them being darker. Okay, my visual. I've seen too many black people in my life to think that my daughter's skin color is dark. But that Hispanic boy, he's seen their color. And he was like, "Mommy, but he's darker." And the mom was like, "Don't say that." I told my ex-husband, my husband at the time, I was like, "Hey, you know, this kid just said that Ian was darker." And I'm like, "I didn't see it." He was like, "Oh my God, he's so racist and ignorant." I'm like, "How is that ignorant?" He was like, "Because they're teaching him color." This is exactly what he said. They are teaching him color in the home to even come out the boy's mouth that my son's skin color was darker than his.
Oh wow. My sister's skin color is yellow, and my mom and my sister are light, basically a yellowish, and me, my brother, my dad are basically brown. So, I think she's just born like I don't know.
Yeah, and I like B Love said, they never talked about skin tone. In my house, I don't either. I have I have a mixed son, a mixed daughter, and a black son. The only thing my children know of difference with each other is our hair. That's it. And they haven't even asked me, "Mommy, why is Emmanuel's hair different than mine?" Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, you guys. Go ahead, Reese. You can take over.
Okay, no problem. I'll just wait.
Boy, these collectors, they are called from your actual freaking zip code. But yeah, I don't talk about race in my home, and I have multi-race in my home. So this is just ridiculous, but it's actually very sad when other races of people don't want to hear about the discrimination that goes on so that we can fix the problems in this world. But a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it will mess up their benefits. Now, B-Love, I know we say it's not racism, but my ex-husband is the one that said it was racist. He is the one that said it's racist to teach your 2 or 3-year-old child that, hey, they're dark and they're not. I didn't understand it either, but if he said it, it must be true because he's the same race as those other people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
And I want you to sit with that.
Okay, but isn't that what you wanted them to do?
Is what?
didn't you want to get their attention?
No, not to be defensive. We're not here to like put white women on defense. Our whole goal is to get white women to acknowledge their privilege, to acknowledge it, so you can actually start deconstructing the ways that have racially informed you.
They absolutely acknowledge it. They know that it's there. They make sure that it's there. I heard a white woman tell a judge, "Don't convict me as if I was a black person." They know they have a privilege. That's what the Constitution was created for, to make sure that other races do not have more privilege than their own. The issue is they're not willing to give it up. That's the issue. But if you're going to go have children with black people, you have to watch your mouth. You eventually have to start changing the way that you think to know, listen, I can feel like this about black people, but now I have a black child, and my black child isn't like this. I can't just assume that all black children are like this. What about when Karen, my friend Karen, comes over, and Karen looks at my black child as if my black child was just another blackie? It wouldn't make any sense. So
Oh wow, but basically that what that shows, so if they're teaching their kids to hate themselves, though, basically what you're saying. So the moment they hear that, though, they're instantly gonna start hating themselves. So you're right.
Yeah. Like, let's just say that I felt some type of way about Hispanics recently. Now I have children by a Hispanic. What the? Do I look like still hating or feeling some type of way about Hispanics, knowing that I have Hispanic children? That's dumb. That's dumb to me. And when we just watched that video, these black children were just saying, how can my mom feel this way about me as a black woman about black women when I am a black woman? She said, do you not know that I can hear you? Do you not think that I'm going to separate me from other black women when I am a black woman, and when I go out there to Walmart or Target or Central Market or the mall, and my black sisters be like, yeah, hey, what's up, black queen? You think I'm gonna feel some type of way about other black women now? Oh, I'm bad. You're better than those black people. You're better than them, okay? Your skin is lighter,
Wow.
and you're not a monkey like those other black women are. There's a lot of talk like that going on in these homes. But that's what I was saying, Reese. I wasn't raised on colorism. I didn't see me as a lighter skinned black girl. I just see me as a black girl.
Okay, I totally get you. For me, when I was younger, though, I didn't acknowledge my heritage, my race, anything. All I acknowledged that I was just a basic British citizen. I just called myself that only. I called myself I said I was UK, that's it. And afterwards, though, I I kept doing that so much to the point I was actually basically self-hating as well, in a way. Like, basically, I'm denying where I'm from. And, if someone told me told me about that, I wouldn't believe it, because I conditioned my own mind to believe that I was from one place when I actually have something, though. So you are right. And for me, the colors of my experience is I actually experienced it myself. So basically, though, I conditioned my mind to believe I was white when I wasn't, though. Because when I saw someone lighter than me, I just thought, I didn't think I was good.
Well, yeah, but you are. And if your skin tone wasn't that beautiful, they wouldn't tan to look like you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's something I also have to think about. If my skin tone is so ugly, why do you go out of your way to look like me?
Oh, wait, that makes sense, though. So basically, they were kind of doing the reverse of each other. Some of us just want to look light, and the light ones want to look like us. So I totally get what you mean.
Absolutely. It's just jealousy. All right, let's keep going.
Shoveling stuff down people's throat about how you want them to feel a certain way because you're selling a book.
Let me just say something.
We want you to feel a certain way so you can leave us the fuck alone. We want to shove this down your throat so you can get it, and stop mistreating us and firing us. Stop acting like that we are just so much less than you. We're not. My skin color protects me from the sun. My melanin brings music and gives me rhythm. My melanin is so rich. There's no way in the world that you can honestly think that as the darker my skin color is, I'm more disgusting. You know that's not the truth. And a lot of Caucasian people go off of science. And we know, we know the beautiful of melanin.
Of course, I agree because I've got some of those genes in me. I agree with you. I've got some of those melanated genes in me. So, there's more to me than I think. So you are right though. And yeah, so since I'm Brenda, I'm pretty much good with the sun anyway. I know that my mom's light and my dad's brown. So basically, in a way, I think I've got like both of them genes. So sometimes it depends if I get more or less sun, I'll be darker or lighter.
Absolutely. Check this out. Melanin protects your skin by absorbing harmful rays, including UVA, UVB, UVC, and blue light. Okay, protection against reactive oxygen species. Reactive oxygen species are products of your body's cell process. So let's look at some images. Okay, it says right here that melanin protects. Can't really see that. Can't really read that. Let me see if I click it, if it comes up. Let's look at the beauty of melanin in our skin tone, and how there's no way that they can look and be like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Nah, it's not disgusting. Oh, this picture's not pulling up for us. Hold on. It's not showing me this picture. Hold on, let me see if I could try to find another one. But it's just it's kind of blurry, so I can't really show it.
Okay. For me, the chat I'm from the KAYANI KAYANI, and that's the tribe I'm from in Pakistan. So basically, this is what it means in Persian. It means the name means royal or kingly, similar to Raja or prince.
What's the definition that you're reading of?
I'm reading the definition of. I typed it in the back so you can see that.
Okay. Yeah, don't get ashamed of your skin tone. I mean, everybody, we all like the Caucasian hair. It's pretty. But just like there's benefits to Caucasian people, there's benefits to Black people or darker skinned Indian or whatever race it, or Kayani. Yeah. What does Kayani mean in your language?
Kayani means though in Persian, royal or kingly.
Okay. Well, that's beautiful.
Okay, so basically my race is Asian because Pakistan used to be in India and India is in Asia. So I'm in the southern part. My heritage is southern part of Asia. So I'm Southern Asian.
Okay, you're Southern. Okay. And is there racism over there in Asia to say that you're darker so you're less than us?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it's like that everywhere, basically. But I don't let it. For me, my family don't practice that, but I'm sure there is. Though me personally, I don't think so. My family don't practice that here in the UK or anywhere. My family don't practice that. But I'm sure there's somewhere else, somebody else. Though who knows? There is probably.
Right. Okay. So let's read this. Let's read the benefits of melanin-rich skin. It said it prevents AMD. People with brown eyes appear less likely to develop age-related macular degeneration than people with light-colored eyes. Maybe that's why I look like I'm freaking 20 and not in my mid-30s. Okay.
That's true. My mom is a 47-year-old woman, and she looks like she's either 20 or 30 years old as a 47-year-old woman. My mom.
Yeah. See? The beauty of it. Protection from hearing loss. Now, I don't know about this because I can't hear a damn thing. But it says scientists suspect melanin plays a role in how the body removes harmful chemical compounds caused by damage to the sensitive hair cells in the inner ear. It's also a human reproduction. Dark skin helps prevent folate depletion. Women need folate for healthy eggs and normal development of babies. Darker skinned women suffer the lowest levels of neural tube defects, which is birth defects that affect the brain, spine, or spinal cord. Cool hair helps temperature regulation. Create circulation of cool hair onto the scalp, thus serving to facilitate the body temperature regulation system. It says it protects from the sun, which we know. Dark skin is protected by the melanin. Dark pigment people have a lower chance of developing skin cancer. And black don't crack. Melanin in your skin works like sunscreen, protecting the skin from UV rays, also preventing wrinkles. So there are so many benefits to the melanin in the skin that scientists have studied. So honestly, racism is just, that's good, Josh, that your family is diverse. Racism is just jealousy. That's just picked up at this point. That racism is jealousy. Okay.
Here, acknowledge it so you can actually start deconstructing the ways that have racially informed you.
You're shoveling stuff down people's throat about how you want them to feel a certain way because you're selling a book.
Let me just say something here.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen the pyramid of white supremacy?
And
have you
people
seen
pay
the
to go
pyramid
there?
of white supremacy?
No,
have
I
you seen
haven't.
that?
I don't look
Go
at
look
race.
it up on Google. Okay. What is on the bottom of that pyramid is indifferent. So if we can get white women to stop being indifferent about other people's pain and suffering, you know, we're all here. And I'll tell you, these people, we're killing the earth, okay? Who's shooting up white kids?
Nobody.
In schools?
Nobody.
Being shot up in their schools pretty much.
Blacks and Hispanics.
White kids.
White kids. So why are you indifferent to that? And why are you indifferent
Because
to
I'm
that?
not racist.
And if you don't, yes, you are.
See,
yes, you
that's a
absolutely
preconceived
are.
notion.
If
You're trying to
you
sit here and
don't
tell
I
me,
want to
like,
look up this word racist because the white woman says, I'm not a racist. If you love yourself, let me look at the definition of racist or racism. Because when I looked up the definition of racism a couple years ago, it was absolutely different. Okay, when people say I'm not a racist, let me just look up the actual word racist. But I think it's gonna lead me back to racism. But let's see. Okay, racist. Characterized by or showing prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular race or ethnic group. So it says you're showing on the basis of their whatever. So you're showing prejudiceness, which is accusing black people. Like when, you know, China, you walk into a Chinaman store and he's watching you because all black people are thieves. Like that's prejudice, bruh. Discriminating when you won't hire me because my name is Shaniqua, or antagonism when you're just constantly antagonizing me, or you're black, you're Black Lives Matter, against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. The noun is a person who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards people. On other cases, the exact same thing. Now, when I read the definition of racist, I read that it is a person that just loves their belief. They have a belief that they are a great race. Okay? But a lot of people don't feel like they're racist, but they are. They have no idea that they have been embedded with racism since they were young. They didn't even know. Watching cartoons, watching television, hearing how their parents actually think. They have no idea that they were embedded with racism. Let's keep going. Right, Josh. It is insecurities in people. Absolutely. Josh said jealousy. Huh?
I was agreeing with what you were saying.
Right. Josh said that jealousy is one aspect of racism. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, be jealous of Black people for what? Do you know what the hell we go through?
Right,
You know,
right.
people have to suffer. Be jealous of me for what? You can have way more than I can possibly have. Better credit. I think that one of the only benefits of being a Black person is that we serve a God that has let himself be known, and he has let us know that he is here for us. I think that's the only thing to be jealous on Black people about, is to know how fucking awesome our God is. Besides that, there is nothing. There is nothing. So stop the cap. White mothers is out there raising your children to be racist. Stop the bush.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I found this quote as well. Though it's from my first book, though, and it's Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. He said, "No Arab is superior to a non-Arab, and no non-Arab is superior to an Arab. No white person has superiority over a Black person. No Black person has superiority over a white person, except for those who are pious." So when you're pious, basically you have superiority. You have that when you're pious, you know what I mean. I can't explain that.
Absolutely. I love that.
If you don't see race, then you don't see
I'm
racism.
American
and then
Indian.
you
We're all mutts. We're all have six
racism.
different.
She says she's American Indian. Ma'am, that is not something to be proud of or go around saying. There is no way that you can say you're American, because you people only named yourself American once after the war with the British came. You came over to this land, murdered and raped the real Native Americans. Then you fought with the British to become free so that you can enslave real Native Americans. Then you took over their culture, their land, named yourself Native Americans, and now you're American Native American. Shut the hell up. Why would you even go around telling people that you're American Native Indian? There's no way. Because how can me and you be of the same tribe?
That is true. I can't say I'm the original Indian though, and that's not true though, because I've already researched it. Pakistanis are basically descended from either Arab or Persian though. So it's basically which area you're from and which your heritage leads back to. I did mine. Mine is Persian, and I'm happy with that. So I said my race would be Indo-Persian because there's a mix between it. I can't say I'm fully Pakistani. I can't say I'm full Indian though, because Indian, I cannot say that because I know that there's a mix.
Right. Scorpio Star, you said it's more to us. We are beautiful people. Who is us?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you referring to? Who are you referring to? Us? Are you Caucasian? Are you Native American? Because I'm Native American. I am from here. My tribe is Cherokee, half Blackfoot. So I don't know who you mean is more to us. Please let me know who the us is.
Ethnicities, okay? We're all mutts, okay?
Yeah, we're a melting pot.
Mutt? This woman, see, this is what I'm saying. She doesn't even know she's racist. She don't even know. Did you just say we're all mutts?
Wait, what? That's denial.
What do you mean it's more to Black people? We are beautiful people. Sorry, you don't see that. Are you referring to me or are you referring to the video? Because I absolutely know that there's more to Black people than what is being said out there. I know it. You know,
I agree also. I agree
Go ahead.
with you. Also, I saying is I agree with you also though. So I don't really whatever she's saying, I ain't saying that. I don't see it like that. I just see a person for a person. To me, you're just a person. I'm not gonna say what race you are, whatever. Even though if I know that, I'm not gonna say that though. Because if I do, you know exactly what's up. So that's why I ain't doing that though. I already know. Look, I can't do that though. And if I go on Judgment Day and when I see what my creator will ask me, what type of life did I live, and all the words I said, everything will testify against me. And I don't want that, no. Even though I know that will happen, basically, I know I'll be judged, but I don't want, when I come back, knowing that what I said and everything, and, everything I said will be said back to me. So I'd rather, do the right thing instead.
Yep, you're right. Yep, I'd rather do the right thing too. I don't want to walk up on, another race and be like, oh my gosh, you're this way. Oh my gosh, you're that way. I already know you. No, you're a person. A person is a person. But when I said earlier that what's your reason to be jealous of us, I meant that as we have the less money, we have the less jobs, our success rate is less, we are number one targeted people. Outside of our looks, outside of the beautiful melanin skin that we have, why would you be jealous of a people that has the least in this world? That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense for me to look at someone impoverished. It makes no sense for me to go to Zimbabwe and be like, I am jealous of you people. Why?
Wow.
Unless I've seen some other type of power, which is why I said we have an amazing God. That's the only reason you could look at us and be jealous of us, is to see our spiritual power. But physically, it makes no sense for me to look at someone impoverished and say, I'm jealous of you. That's crazy.
For me, right. When I look at someone who's in that type of state, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, though. I would say I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for what I have, though. And I'm not looking down on them. I'm just saying, look, I feel for you. At the same time, I look at myself and say, look, I'm grateful for what I have, because I know someday I will end up like that. So why would I be jealous of a person like that?
Exactly. I have no reason to be jealous of anyone, because as I've gotten older, I understand that everyone has different stuff that they have to deal with. There is something always going on behind someone's closed doors that I might not know. So why would I get jealous of someone that's not living in the absolute perfect world? And there's no one on this earth that's living in absolute perfection.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going.
Would agree with you that, but you don't get treated the same way I get treated.
Okay,
in
I
America.
just found out backstage that a Karen is apparently not anybody of other than a white person. Well, why is
that's
that?
not
Why?
true.
Yeah,
I think other women can be Karens.
I think Asians can be Karens.
My
should not be
my
Karen.
girl. That ain't
Can
me.
I just say something? If the worst thing you've ever been called in your life is a Karen, you're in great shape. You are in great shape.
No.
Do you know what we're called? Do you know what we're called?
People want to come and kill us because we do this work.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to like your hurt feelings. Awesome, people want to come and kill
I don't
us.
have hurt feelings.
Yeah, you do. You came on here and started crying.
I was crying about this situation and my grandmother. Yes, I got emotional. Doesn't mean to me I'm racist and I'm a Karen because I'm crying. I'm just genuinely
You're centering yourself because that's what white women here is doing.
Your feelings onto me.
What do you mean stop putting your feelings onto me? Do you want me to talk like this? I don't know. She's telling you what she sees her reality based on what she has gone through. And she hasn't gone through that with 1, 2, 3, 4. She most likely experienced that with damn near every Caucasian woman that she has come across. Damn near experienced it with damn near 90% of the Caucasian women that she has come across. It has nothing to do with her putting her feelings on you. But most women operate off of feelings. So when people say that, don't put your feelings on me. Like just stop diverting. Stop diverting and focus. Focus, other races. Focus. You want us to learn your language. You want us to learn your history. You want us to learn everything about you. But you cannot focus on anything else outside of you. And because of that, it is killing this planet. It is killing this planet. You guys didn't come to America to make friends with the Native Americans. You came to America to learn about them, then eventually purge them.
Right,
And even
right.
calling yourselves Native Americans. How dare you? You're not Native American. A lot of you come from Europe. A lot of you come from the Caucasus Mountain, which is in Asia. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's so hurtful. Now, let's just say a white person came to your country, Reese, and they told you
they probably have though already. Actually, they probably have long time ago. They have.
Now, how does it feel when a Caucasian person looks at you and say, "I'm Persian"? How?
Wow. Wait, if a white person say I'm Pakistani, then yeah, my ancestry is Persian, but I'm not Persian. So basically, my family, like basically they're connected. So basically, ancestral roots traces to Persia, but we're not really Persian. But when you say it like that, if a white person came over to Pakistan, claimed the whole of the land, and said we are the people there, then no, that is wrong though. That is wrong. I agree with you.
Exactly. Ain't no way
Yeah,
in the world.
this is what I found out. The Persians have conquered parts of North Indian subcontinent, roughly corresponding to modern-day Pakistan.
And it hurt. It's not that it hurts, but it's confusing. Like, why don't y'all claim your real culture? What is so embarrassing about you claiming where you're really from? What?
Yeah.
Why you gotta come over here and claim where we're from? You can't even take on your own heritage outside of the killing, stealing, and destroying, the racism, prejudice, and antagonism. Outside of your actions, you cannot even verbally admit where you're from. Because once you actually get down deep into your actual roots, you will start to realize that, damn, I might be a fucked up person. And you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Let me continue.
All right, I have a quick, serious question. If the goal is to honestly, change the way white women perceive and act and the way we are, why are you going about it so aggressively? Why can't you come to white women and have an open dialogue, but in a positive way?
Well, at the time of this taping, which is right now, being nice hasn't ended racism.
Thank you.
Do you have a story or a question?
So the Caucasian woman said, why can't you guys just come to us and just don't be so aggressive? Have we choked the bitch yet? Did we burn any cross in front of anybody's house? Have we murdered someone? Did we call you a carcass bitch? Did we curse you out? I don't see where they see aggressive. I see where they see melanin. This is what I see. I see the only thing that they have a problem with is they are having a conversation with melanin. With good old melatonin. So the disingenuine is crazy. It's crazy. And it's a display of weakness at the same time. And I mean, that's just very unattractive.
Right.
Weakness, weakness doesn't come with much melatonin. So if you're gonna come over here to our land, you need to learn how to speak to the people from this. Like, have you ever heard people from Africa, Reese, have you ever heard them talk to each other?
Yeah, I have.
They talk aggressive.
Of course. But I'm not disagreeing with you because, I don't know how to say it. So basically, I have, there are like a lot of them around. So I don't know how to say it coming across. I don't know. But what you're saying is you're right. I've seen how they speak and stuff like that. I'm not trying to sound bad though. I don't know how to say it.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. They speak aggressive. You
Of course,
don't know their language, right? Or I don't
of
know the
course.
language. But when you hear them
No,
talk, they could be telling a funny story. I went to the store
right.
the other day, and I cannot believe how I was treated by the cat that seen me. They could be just telling a funny story, but they
Oh,
speak.
that's just the tone though. That's just basically like with my culture as well. Basically, like with Indian Pakistani culture, what we do is when we have a debate or sometimes in a conversation, we'll shout over each other because sometimes though we have too much passion, we'll just, speak over each other. We might, speak in aggressive tone sometimes. Or when we have a debate, we'll shout. We both talk and we're not wait. That's just how our culture is though, you know? I don't like it sometimes though, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's your culture. So when you get to learn your culture, you're learning. They're not arguing. They're not being aggressive. That's just their culture. That's them. That's them.
Yeah,
The problem
that is
is
true. Even I accept my culture. One problem is sometimes though what I don't like is when someone speaks though, right? Even though I do it sometimes, I tend to admit. But sometimes what I don't like is basically when one person's talking to another person, they're speaking over that person and cutting your mouth and everything like that, never let them finish. I'm not doing that on purpose. I just forget. Even though I'm doing it, I know that. But I don't like that though. Even though I know it, I don't like it, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But how dare I come over to your land, tell you I don't like the way you talk, and you need to speak more like my people, or I am going to profile you in a negative way where you can't even make money to protect your family. You see what I'm saying? How dare someone come over and try to change the behavior of an entire tribe of people? Like some people say, oh, black women talk this and talk that. That's our tribe. We understand each other. We understand each other. But you come over and tell me that my English ain't good enough because it doesn't sound like yours.
Right. For me though, right, when I was younger, a long time ago, I used to have speech there. So when I used to speak and stuff like that, my English, I'd probably, mumble or stumble or like speak a little broken. So I speak like a stereotypical Indian accent long time ago. And they told me, they just said to me, basically, don't speak the Pakistani language, just speak English only. So they said it's to improve my English. That's fine. At least I got fluent in it. But at some point, I kind of lost how to speak that. But I know mentally it's here and I know how to speak it. But it's basically how a white person speaks that language. So I'm slowly getting there.
Right. I totally understand. It's all good. I actually like this video. So, I want to show another clip from this exact same one, Dr. Phil, that we just seen.
Our story is Syra ran for Congress back in 2018 against a long-term Democratic congresswoman in Colorado. Her whole platform was anti-racism. So every time Syra would speak, white women would line up to talk to her. And what they wanted to say is, not me. I'm not racist. I had a friend in the neighborhood, white woman, who comes to me and she says, I'm done with Syra. She hates white people, but if you can get her to go lunch with me, because I worked on Syra's campaign, that'd be great. So I go to Syra and I say, so-and-so wants to go to lunch with you. And Syra says, I'm not doing that anymore.
I probably saying that as well. Though, is when a person says they know, you have to show your actions too. You can say something too many times though, but if your actions don't back up what you're saying, then you're basically exposing who you are. So that person in the video, that white person in the video, she says she ain't that, but her actions show otherwise. So she's showing who she really is.
Exactly. If you're saying you're not racist, maybe you're saying that you don't kill black people and hang them on a tree. But if you are a manager and you will hire one of yours over another race of people, you fall in the category of racism. If you're walking down the street and you see a black woman or black man, Hispanic woman, Hispanic man walk past you, and then you clutch your purse tighter or you move a little bit racist away from you, you're racist. And it's so embedded in you, you have no idea.
Yeah, yes, you're right. I agree with you. The only kind of way I can say that though is because I know from my experience. It's not because I've done it ever, but I'm saying is to me the way I was raised and everything. So I can say from my experience what she's saying. No, I can tell who she is. Even if I tell someone I'm not that, and if I show my actions to back up what I'm saying, then I know that.
Yep.
So I know what you mean.
But you have, not you, you know what I'm saying, you know, you have prejudiceness in you. You have discrimination in you. All of that is negative. Like I said, I have no problem with Caucasian people, but I have not been able to be friends with a Caucasian person long enough to change my mind on how they feel about my people.
Right. I ain't disagreeing with you. It isn't me, but I don't display. I'm not denying it though. You are right. I am not denying that. I may have some of that, but I choose not to let it out though, because I don't see it that way. I'd rather see person for person. I'd rather be something different than what's in me. I don't want to be like what's in me. I'd rather just be the exact opposite.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live from here. I think this was a great show. I think this was a great, you know, a little bit learning experience. Lisa, did you have anything last you want to say?
Okay, no problem. Thanks for having me up. I'm gonna hop down, do what I've gotta do, and I'm gonna go. Thanks for having me up. It's really appreciated.
Absolutely, Reese. Thanks for being my co-host.
Okay, you're welcome.
I hope everybody have a great day. You know, again, you know, this has nothing to do with me not liking Caucasian people. It's just hurtful that if I am someone and I don't like someone else, don't procreate with them, because you have no idea what you're doing to your own children. The hate that you're putting on your own children. You have no idea the damage that you're doing to a race of people that you're upbringing. You have no idea what the damage that you have done to your own child because you have some type of inherited racism in you. And just knowing that a lot of Caucasian women were a part of the KKK, they had their own group, the WKKK. The Bible says that the wife is a crown on her husband's head. If the husband is racist, then you can only imagine what the woman is. But just know this, that in the last days, Jacob will be first. And for those that wants to feel some type of way about Black people, you better change that shit now before it's too late.
Carnality, feel me? Talk to the people real quick. I can't call this a bonus, hear me? Yeah, look.
They saying it's the last days. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready for the last phase. With so many disconnected, ain't too many gonna make it out here walking bucket naked. It's some fresh days. Message to the modern day slaves. You're facing the state and conditions, but your condition is not a state. Your people was reprobate. It was witchcraft that took away your power to levitate. They know when you elevate. If only you knew the way. The book of life, they say peace and get shining now. No, it's the author of this book, man, he is the light. Me, I'm just a reflection of him. And real talk, I fall short of damn. Just because I jock me, I was style. I like the room when it be pitch black. No cap, you see salary, it be unlimited when it's the father paying. So when I brag, I got a bag. Read Luke 6 if you think I'm playing. Yeah, I boast in the most high, and I teach my people how to do the same. I'm loyal to what I boast do, so everything you say, but I do the same. I'm giving game if you pay attention, but a lot of y'all think it's just rap. I know bars hard, yeah, I spit gas, but this ain't gas, this is straight fact. You can have angels on speed dial, or you can have a demon infestation. Call me Malaka, Yasha Allah. This a message to my whole nation.
We got nicks. We got
see it cause your eyes closed. We too busy being crabs in the bucket, look we blind, and we love how you witnessing a blindfold. Cause the man you follow ain't chose. There's a light to the path if you walk in the map. It ain't always gold, cause the glitters like that. Yeah, I hear all his cat, but he doubling bad. Cause he rock fringes don't mean he the way. Niggas pick up the Bible and lie every day. What makes a man sharp as a razor? His words and his actions, they all coordinate. If you got wisdom, you hear what I say. But most is just here for the fish and the bread. I'm giving you food, this beat is a plate. But most cannot stomach the bars that I said. Every verse is a parabolic chamber, dark sentences. You gon' need it like, these ain't just tunes, these like mushrooms. Mario, you won't be big, right? Me, I will be stepping me bars up. For the hood, I'm the scriptures, the Sarah. I might start back rocking some food, cause the scriptures is for us, by us. I be slicing them up like some cold cuts. The one that the enemy can't touch. Go read Jeremiah 1:18. A higher that made me a fortress. Now let me explain the chorus. What I mean by for us, by us. Second Ezra 6:9. Yeah, brother Ezra, he told us that we got nicks. We got nicks. Got to round the mound up, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Thus say a most high, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Got to round the mound up, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Leg on. We got nicks. We got nicks. Got to round the mound up, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Thus say a most high, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Got to round the mound up, boy. We got nicks. We got nicks. Leg on. They saying it's the last days. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready for the last phase. With so many disconnected, ain't too many gonna make it out here walking bucket naked. It's some fresh days. Message to the modern day slaves. You're facing the state and conditions, but your condition is not a state. Your people was reprobate. It was witchcraft that took away your power to levitate. They know when you elevate. If only you knew the way. The book of life. They say peace and you're shining now. No, it's the author of this book, man. He is the light. Me, I'm just a reflection of it. The real talk, I fall short of that. Just because I jock me, I was style. I like the room when it be pitch black. No cap, you see salary, it be unlimited when it's the father paying. So when I brag, I got a bag. Read Luke 6 if you think I'm playing. Yeah, I boast in the most high, and I teach my people how to do the same. I'm loyal to what I boast do, so everything you say, but I do the same. I'm giving game if you pay attention.